Hello everyone and welcome back to Resident Evil Zero. We're continuing where we left off in the last video, which is we just made it into the save room and we're about to go through that door right there that leads to like a torture area. I briefly walked in there and turned around and walked back out because I was like, dang, Resident Evil 4 vibes basically. And it made me think of the area where they had the blind enemies, the bulls, the toradors, I think they're called. But basically, they're like berserkers. So we're going to save real quick since we dropped a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm almost there.
I'm glad I could be of service. Time to go inside.
The first puzzle requires us to turn back on the power, so we have to use this power voltage meter that's in the corner. The way that you get it is you have to basically switch all 5 of these in various positions so that it equalizes out. The way that I solved it was up, up, down, up, up, but I think there might be various ways of solving this puzzle. I don't remember, but I think there's various ways that you can solve this and it doesn't have to go the same way that I did.
You are wasting your time. I have already claimed this place for myself, which means you are trespassing. And I am very territorial.
It just doesn't make sense. Do you honestly believe this to be the real identity of that crazy young man? Impossible. But if somehow it is true, then Umbrella will be finished.
If the old conspiracy against Dr. Marcus is revealed, Mr. Spencer's career will be over. Not to mention ours, too. So, the time has come at last.
What are you going to do?
I will simply say goodbye to Umbrella. The biological weapon utilizing the T-virus has almost been completed. Our only remaining task is to acquire combat data.
You can't be serious. I refuse to abandon my work. I have finished the research on the T-virus, but I need a little more time to complete the more powerful G-virus.
Do as you wish. I will follow my initial plan and lure the STARS members into the mansion. Their superior combat training should make them perfect test subjects.
Fine. In the meantime, something must be done about that madman. As I recall, URC is equipped with a self-destruct device in the basement. I'll find it, set it off, and annihilate the place to nothing more than a mass of rubble.
I can't. Hold on. Oh.
I mentioned before in one of my comments that Resident Evil's lore is like trying to herd cats together, or like very sugar hyped up toddlers in like a play area, trying to get them all lined up and together, because it goes in all kinds of directions, and sometimes some games take place before other games, and sometimes some games don't count toward content, like the overarching like lore at all, the overarching story. Like there's a game for the GBA starring like Leon and Barry, and that one doesn't count apparently towards like Resident Evil lore. It's an interesting game. Like, the basis of it is that after 2, Leon, of course, joins the US government, and they send him to an umbrella facility that's on the ocean. So it's a cruise ship, the same as in Resident Evil Revelations. It's a cruise ship, a floating laboratory. And so he's sent there with the purpose of basically finding information, because the US government at this time, after the events of Resident Evil 2 and 3, are like, hey, Umbrella is doing terrible things. We need to actually cover our asses because, you know, of course, the US government obviously paid money to Umbrella Corporation to give them, like, bioweapons and stuff. I can't tell you how lucky I feel that both of these guys didn't immediately try to swipe at me, just this back one tried to jump at me, and this one is just kind of still walking around and just following after me. So I'm really glad that they didn't attack me.
Rebecca! Hang on. I'll pull you up.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Just keeping my word. We promised to cooperate with each other. Remember?
This is Rebecca, over.
Rebecca, this is Enrico. Have you managed to locate Cohen yet? Over. Rebecca, answer me.
No, sir. I have not found him yet. I'll continue to search for him, over.
Rebecca,
My first mission, and I've already disobeyed orders. So much for my great law enforcement career. Oh well, I probably won't live long enough to worry about it. Billy, I just need to know. I need to know the truth. Did you kill 23 people? I'm not going to judge you. I just want to know the truth.
it was around this time last year. Our unit was ordered to Africa to intervene in a civil war. Our mission was to raid a hideout of some guerrilla forces located deep inside the jungle. But the hideout was far away from our entry point. Some died from the heat. Others were killed by the enemy. In the end, only 4 of us survived. Only, there was no guerrilla hideout.
What do you mean?
The idiots in charge had us operating based on wrong information. But we couldn't just go back home empty-handed, oh no. Our leader ordered us to attack an innocent village.
Get rid of them! Kill them all!
Please, sir! Ceasefire immediately!
Shut up! Do it!
No! Don't! Stop!
So did you execute those innocent people?
Forget about it. Doesn't matter anymore. That was then, this is now. Besides, you said you wouldn't judge me.
I'm not judging you, but it does matter. Look, now my people think you killed those MPs in the van, but I don't think you did. It was those zombie dogs, right? When they attacked the van, you were able to escape. Isn't that right?
You don't get it. I've only got 2 choices left. Either report to the Marines and serve out my sentence, or keep on running for as long as I can. That's all.
I mentioned in the Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways video that there are like comics. They're not official canon, but we treat them as such because they kind of expand on the stories of the characters or their backgrounds. And so I think there's a few, there's like at least one probably for Billy. So I don't know where you'd be able to read them. Maybe there's like links or something like that on like the Resident Evil wiki page, or maybe somebody has like collected them on like Comixology or something. If you have space, go ahead and try to see if you can grab this key. It goes to the locker in the next area that we're about to go to, but if you don't have space now, that's fine. You can probably drop a couple items, things that you don't need. Like I'm carrying around the ink ribbon. I could definitely drop that, but I'm planning on going back to the save room at some point and just saving after we finish this next sequence. And so, I'm just carrying it around with me just because. Really, just because. Now that the hunters are defeated, we can grab the key and then meet back up with Rebecca and then go back down the hallway through the horrific spiders.
Come on.
Roger.
Thinking about it, as this game progresses, we're steadily getting more and more sequences where we have to leave either Rebecca or Billy by themselves for an extended period of time in a random section of like the facility. But I know that we had to do that a couple of times already, but I think the game is just kind of letting us know, hey, you're going to be doing this a lot more now. So get used to it. I don't remember this 100%. I think I got some of them out of order. I don't remember if the eagle was first and then the snake, or the snake was first and then the eagle. But I think I got everything else correct. So once I light this eagle, if they all go out, then I got it wrong. If they don't, then I got it right. So it's a 50-50 chance. We just picked up a tablet, which means that we're probably going to have to pick up like a couple more things. Resident Evil is usually like the law of three. Three like tablets, three keys, three, messages, that type of deal. So I'm going to keep it in my inventory for now because I don't think we're going to be in any place long enough for us to kind of like leave it somewhere. And I don't know where to take it right now.
You stay here.
Okay. Come on.
Roger.
So the only thing I'm interested of the items that I left here on the first floor is my hook shot. And the reason being is because just like when I was on the train, I kept the hook shot, even though I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna need it where I'm going. I don't remember if I needed it where I'm going. So we're gonna keep it just in case and then use it later. So I just brought it with me and dropped it. So now we're going to bring it with us again because we are almost done here in the training facility. We're going to go and do other things elsewhere, but we should be able to escape from the training facility and go to the lab, which is the next place, if I remember correctly.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Come on!
Yeah.
I really can't stress enough how much I dislike the fact that sometimes when you're trying to look for objects, trying to pick up objects, especially ones that you need, and you're in an area with dangerous enemies like these guys, that the game is like, hey, no. You know? Like, I really don't like that.
I'll go.
Yeah?
I know that I'm leaving behind the magnum ammo that's here and the one that's here in the control room, but like I said, I'll just have to come off camera and grab it and then bring it to where we end up, which would be the laboratory eventually, because we're at the tail end of being here in the training facility, but the laboratory isn't all that far away from here, so I can just run back and get it. Of course, I'm probably gonna have to run through the mimic Marcuses, the leech enemies that are in the hallway, but like it shouldn't be terrible to grab this and then grab the other one and then run back. We're getting close to the end of the video, so I just want to go ahead and say my goodbyes now. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm really enjoying kind of like revisiting this game. It's been interesting seeing where my mind remembers how to do certain things, but also where I'm like just kind of stumbling in the right direction. Like, oh, well, that's where I'm supposed to go, I guess. So there are some points where I do have to look up exactly what I need to do because I'm just like very confused most of the times. But other than that, I think we're making good progress. So with that, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
This way!
Yeah?